Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you tuning in. Before I get started, if you appreciate the content, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and comment your thoughts. This is going to be a good one. Trust me. All right. So last night when I was live streaming, and before I was live streaming, I was making a correlation here, and bear with me, but this is a theory that could be connecting Bitcoin and its price action over the course of the year so far in 2021 to the price action of AMC and what I believe could be going on here. Normally, I don't chart using linear, but it's going to be easier for me to display my ideas doing this way. So just bear with me in that regard. And with that being said, let's just get started. So what I believe is going on here, or maybe I don't believe it, but because it's pretty unbelievable. But I believe that Bitcoin and its price, and maybe crypto as a whole or something of that nature, is being manipulated, as well as the price of AMC, as I'm sure a lot of AMC holders believe this already. But now I just want to give a timed, like, perceivable version of what could be going on, okay? And add to my evidence as I go. So, what I have here is a chart of AMC in yellow. Let me add text so that it's easier for you guys to keep track. AMC is yellow and BTC in blue. And I did make some adjustments to this just so that it's easier to illustrate the idea. But basically, I have these three moments. So I have the run in January from AMC, as well as the middling part from January to June between the runs pretty much, and then the run from June on with AMC. And the things that I want to point out most is that, and this starts on January 4th, both charts, and it ends today, September 21st. Here, as you can see. So what I want to illustrate, and I'm sure that you're starting to get the idea here, is there's a clear correlation between the price pumps and dumps in Bitcoin versus AMC. And we can see it here with the run up in Bitcoin being blue, as we discussed before. Run up in Bitcoin happens, and then this is where the chart starts for AMC. Bitcoin begins to dump here. It dumps from roughly $40,000 all the way down to $30,000 on January 27th, which also happens to be the date that AMC hits its all-time high of $20. Well, not its all-time high, but its local high. It might have been the all-time high as well, but its local high of $20 on January 28th. And this chart isn't perfect because I had to rescale the middle part of AMC so that it looks kind of relative, because if not, this high right here in March kind of looks like it's as high as the high in January whenever I copied it over. But you have this middling part here as we're trading along. And then here on May 8th, we begin to see a price decline in Bitcoin again, with it being a peak drop at that point on May 23rd. And on May 23rd, you begin to see this ascension of AMC. And I'm not sure if this correlates with anything else that's going on in the market. If there are any other inverse price relationships that would look like this, comparatively so, for example, like the S&P or any other stocks or anything like that. But it does seem like there is some correlation, and one could come to some sort of conclusion and make the assumption that perhaps there's liquidity exiting crypto markets and somehow entering and fueling these price rallies for meme stocks, just for example. We'll say that to be all encompassing. And then even perhaps you could say on the reverse, right? Because now what happens here on August 4th, and July 13th, I can pull up the AMC chart just for our example here so that I can know what price I'm looking at but here are my fractals. Let me delete them right quick. Yeah, so July 14th was $32 for AMC and $29 on August 4th. And July 14th, here, you begin to see this run up for Bitcoin. And then you have a local bottom. Oh, I'm sorry. I fucked up. I'm sorry. I messed up my dates here. So let me just retrace. So this is Bitcoin blue. July 14th, we get this final bottom here, which is also inverse of this little run up here for AMC. And then you see Bitcoin rise as AMC dumps. And then now they're starting to look like they're coordinating with each other. But I think it's pretty safe to say that there is some sort of inverse relationship happening here. There is some sort of liquidity that is exiting and enter, and this isn't a small amount of liquidity. This isn't like retail traders just getting bored of crypto and entering AMC, and then getting bored of AMC and entering crypto in order to fuel these pumps. Bitcoin itself is almost $1 trillion asset, and so I don't think retail alone can drive this sort of price action. I think that there are certainly whales that are involved, larger investors and traders that are involved in this. And one of my ways of proving that would be to display what's called a Wyckoff distribution, and I'll pull up the chart itself first for you guys to see. Sorry, I got Brontosaurus pictures. If you don't follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. But basically, and you can look at them side by side here. But I do have a transparent one that I'm going to bring over the top. But just to display here, basically the idea behind a Wyckoff distribution schematic, and you can look up Wyckoff. He created this as a theory to display how institutions can manipulate markets in order to buy assets for the cheapest price possible, by using trading tactics to get people to sell at bottoms, especially retail traders, manipulate retail traders, and then also get retail traders to buy tops in states of euphoria where they think that the price will go up forever, and then the reverse happens. They end up, and the idea is to exhaust the retail trader in the Wyckoff distribution schematic and accumulation, but that's a different story. Right now I want to talk about distribution. So just bear with me because I know that this isn't the best quality image. I just wanted to make this right quick so that I could align it for the video, and I will move the pieces as we go along. But I'm sure that you can start to see that there's this build up, this to this peak here. Then you have a drop in price where price settles, and perhaps you have a BC and a PSY. I don't want to get into the definitions for simplicity's sake, but you can do your research on that. Or perhaps this is actually here. The BC is here. The PSY is here, and this is that initial run up with this. This actually makes more sense. So the BC would be here, ST here, as you can see here, UT. Again, I'm not going to go over the definitions. Feel free to look into this. And then the run down. This would be the UTAD, and there are a few different schematics that can play out, and then this dump that occurs on the back end of this. And the reason that I think that this is important is because I think that there's a similar pattern playing out. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Hold on. Oh, okay. Sorry, because I'm actually manipulating this on my recording software, but I think there's a similar pattern that you could see is developing where you have perhaps Wyckoff distribution again occurring. Perhaps this is the move here that we're in, where you're going to have this manipulative dump in the price of Bitcoin. And it's also coming at a relatively interesting time for AMC. And I don't want to get too far into cycle theory and things of that nature, but This dump for Bitcoin, it's probably going to go below 40,000 today, maybe. I mean, not financial advice, not trying to predict prices or anything, but I'm just saying it's certainly in a downtrend. But from the run in January for AMC to the run in June, the peaks, you have 87 days. And currently, where we are from June 2nd, the peak for AMC in June to today, September 21st, 2021, we are actually at 77 days. So we are a mere 10 trading days from having a similar event. And as far as like if we were to measure peak to peak, I'm not saying that this is similar event is necessarily going to happen, and I'm going to make another video today to talk about what I am expecting for AMC price action wise in the near term. But I just wanted to put this out there just so that I could kind of document the correlation. I also have a live stream where I actually was working on this correlation, and I'll have that in the description of the video if you actually want to watch the live stream. We had a good time, and we had some very interesting conversations about fractals and potential algorithmic trading that could be feeding this sort of beast and creating this sort of environment where you're seeing this really interesting inverse relationship and price action that could be occurring in front of us. And obviously this is just a theory. I'm not trying to say it's true or not true or whatever, but it's just a correlation that I happen to make. So if you enjoyed the video, again, I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting lately. Feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on if you like content like this, if you found my analysis interesting. And also, I appreciate you watching till the end, because that, I think, is the most important thing in the YouTube algorithm, to get this content shared out and seen by more people. Follow me on Twitter at David Marino Jr. I'll also have that in the description. And until next time, take it easy. Bye.